attach these days. Seems to be taken. Oh, hello. My name is James, and welcome to Mirror Domains. And this is, well, normally your place for entertainment headlines, but this is going to be a rather raw show today. I thought we would take a look at that new Beetlejuice 2 trailer that dropped this morning, as well as talk about that new movie Twisters that opens up this weekend. I went out and saw it last night, so we'll go through our formal review. And then I got a bunch of hit and miss stuff that's kind of like familiar, not so familiar. We'll just go through it as we get to it. All right, that being said, do I want to chop this out and put this up as a trailer reaction? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. All right, we're ready to rock and roll. Here we go. Beetlejuice 2, Trailer 2.
When you're all driving carpool and banging your Pilates instructors
Okay, Jen
to fill the
Ortega.
empty voids in your life, we'll see who gets the last laugh.
Very Wednesday-ish. She's getting too old to be playing a schoolgirl now, I think. We need to move on from that.
My mom grew up here, that old house on the hill.
Wait, the ghost house? Is your mom Lydia Dietz?
Unfortunately,
She's a legend.
Is she?
The living, the dead. Can they coexist?
Winona?
Now's my chance.
ghosts aren't real. Only gullible people believe that kind of crap.
I can't believe I'm doing this. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice,
There's
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice. Yeah. There we go.
I need you to help me save my daughter. But how do I know that you're going to keep your word?
I swear on my dead mother's soul. Yes.
You won't.
Bob, you and the boys stand guard. Nobody gets through. Let's go, honey.
Okay, music.
Never seen that chick
Recognize
before
this
in my life.
person?
Or afterlife.
Okay.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. I'm needed upstairs. Bob, hold down the fort. Who wants to go first? All right, I will.
Oof.
I'm willing to do the work.
Okay.
Do that thing for my dream. Really more nightmare material.
Confronting
Catherine
the
O'Hara.
unknown, conquering your fears. There's nothing harder.
What the
So he's going to swear in us.
Thank you all
That's
for
fine. We
coming
know
to
that he
this
does.
Special occasion, but right now would like a little privacy.
Okay. All right. Directed by Tim Burton. What did you guys think about that trailer? Let's go down to the comments and see. This movie is not even out yet, and I already love it. Love Jen Ortega. She is such a talented actress. Indeed, she is. One of the few movies I'm excited to see. I love the name sets up for a trilogy. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Okay. Should be known exclusively as 4D film with a Beetlejuice popping out of the... What the heck is this person on? Rinse, repeat, and clean. At least this trailer is actually is an actual trailer. Okay, yeah, baby, it looks awesome. So the overall impression seemed to be that people liked it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing just Michael Keaton letting loose and just going full ham with this character, because we know that that's what made it famous in the first place. It is a little too unbelievable, I would say, now to have Jenna Ortega as a high schooler. Now she's, guys, what is she now? 20, 26? Yeah, that's a bit of a stretch. They should have said college or something, right? And we still would have bought that. 21. Oh, she's only 21. James, 26. She's still 5 years away from that. But I still think that, well, I guess maybe she still could. Maybe it's just old because we just seen it as Wednesday. Or seen her as Wednesday. Okay. She's only 21. Very, very talented. Bright future ahead of her. Yeah, so it looks like her daughter gets kidnapped or something, and then she summons Beetlejuice to go find him. And then, of course, Beetlejuice will have his own plans. I think he'll probably want to marry the daughter. Okay, so it looks like the wife of Beetlejuice here, Monica Bellucci or whatever, has a power of kissing people and then shrinking them down so that they die, sucking the soul out of them. So looks like that's going to happen. Yeah. I dug it. What do you guys think? Argyless Viking says more of a plot, quest-driven story to this new Beetlejuice movie. I'm on board. Yeah, I think so am I. Just want to see what he's going to do. All right, so when does it come out? Beetlejuice 2? September 6th. So over a month, about, I don't know, 7 weeks away, roughly. And Monica Bellucci, Justin Theroux. Danny DeVito is the janitor. Wait a minute, what is Amy Nuthall? That name sounds familiar to me. Why does that name ring a bell? She looks very familiar. Oh, because she was in Downton. Okay. Ethel. She was like a mistress that has a kid, right? And she gets kicked out of the maid's quarters after the war, the feud. Looks like she's been working a lot since, maybe not a lot, but she's been working since Downton. Just recognized her face. Yeah, there. No, does she have an affair or does she just get pregnant? I think she just gets pregnant. Ah, who cares? You guys don't care about Downton Abbey. You're here to talk about Beetlejuice. All right, good trailer. All right, this is going to be, I don't know, my formal review or not. Maybe. Why not? Why not? Okay. I got the trailer all keyed up. I do. Do I need my movie review thing up? I suppose, just in case. Twisters is in theaters right now and is directed by Lee Isaac Chung. And it tells the tale of a tired tornado teacher and meteorologist being persuaded to return to Oklahoma to work with a new team and new technologies. So, if you like the trailers for this, Glenn Powell stars with Daisy Edgar Jones, and it's not a direct sequel. It does make some references, as you saw there in that opening shot. You see the Dorothy thing here on the back, so it makes references. And in an odd way, it kind of covers the same kind of plot points and beats as the first movie did, where you're like, okay, we're in a place where we feel safe, but the tornado's just going to rip through a cinema screen or something like that. Like similar beats like that. And I like the new cast. Glenn Powell and Daisy Edgar Jones. You think it's just going to be like a straight up romance kind of thing going on, but it's like they win over their mutual respect of each other, and they end up carrying the film a lot for me. I know that some people are getting a little bit on the we're tired of Glenn Powell already. Guys, really? You're already? But he's good. He's solid in this. He's not cringe. There's nothing in this that's cringe kind of thing. You get the guy that's saying, oh yeah, there's two. But in the first movie, you got that, oh, we got cows thing, right? The visual effects, yeah, they're there. This girl that says, oh yeah, we got cows, from the first movie. But in this one, This movie does take advantage of the updated visual effects, and you feel that when you're watching it, right? It looks a lot more palatable, as I would say, and I think it pays off. It's a touch long. It's 2 hours and 2 minutes. It's got a little bit of a meandering plot towards the middle where you're like, okay, well, I get this part. Can we speed it up a little bit? So some people may be like that, but I was like okay with it because I like the characters of Glenn Powell and Daisy Edgar Jones. So with that being said, let's just quickly pull up my score sheet and try to fill in some numbers here. Acting, directing, and story out of a possible 2 points each. And cinematography and score are one possible. I'll give 1.5 for acting because the background characters, Katie O'Brien is in this. David Corenswet, our new Superman, is in this movie. I'll talk about that afterwards because I want to make a point about that. It gave me some pause actually seeing him in this. It's like, is this the right guy for Superman? But I digress. So I'll talk about that in just a little bit. Directing, uh, the action was handled fairly well. The cinematography was pretty good, serviceable. Nothing too groundbreaking or anything like that. Story is probably a 1 because it is a bit of a rinse and repeat, and it's good. If you have never watched the first Twisters, then this is like your first exposure to this type of storytelling or this type of big uh, movie with tornadoes in it. I suppose maybe I don't know. It's good. It's what you expect. There's nothing in here that's like going to be like mind blowing plot twists where you're like, oh, I didn't see that coming. No, it's not like that. And even like the sort of bad guy, evil, no, not evil, but you know, like the antagonists are just kind of like meh. You don't really need that. Cinematography, good cinematography. Score, I guess you could mix in the score with the soundtrack, and for me it was meh. So that's putting it at 5. I'm going to talk about the soundtrack here because I know that a lot of people will be like, well, James, you know, in the first movie when they're chasing the storms and stuff, they've got this great soundtrack in the background. All of the storm chasers had like their own personal tunes and stuff, and it's the same in this, but it had a lot more country music, uh, which is going to be fine for some people. It'll be like thumbs up for a lot of people, but for me, it was just like I was waiting for that big rock song to come on or something like that, and just go, yeah, uh, the thrill of the chase kind of thing, music. It didn't have to be Flight of the Valkyries or anything, but for the most part, I think it worked. And for some people, the score and soundtrack will be like super thumbs up. But for me, it was like look at that. That's all fantastic stuff, man. And seeing that on the big screen, I saw that on the big AVX, so I got the good quality sound. It was good. So I'm sitting at about 5 out of 10 without that. I may revisit that. Let's go over to the tomato meter and see what people are saying over there. 78% by critics. Do we have an audience score just yet? Let me refresh this. It is only 10:45 here in the morning. So and it opens today, guys. So well, early screens. I saw it at a fan screening last night. So 78%. What would people criticize here? Would it be the pacing? Let's just see. Okay, the Times UK. True, there's probably not a single subsequent plot development that's unexpected or especially remarkable, but when the material is handled with such aplomb and played so effectively by the leads, it hardly matters. Okay, so that sort of echoes what I was saying about how the Daisy Edgar Jones and Glenn Powell, like you're okay with them being showcased as the two main actors, right? A breezily entertaining sequel, though it won't blow away the original. All right, let's go over to see if there's any more trusted critics out here that I may recognize. I think I saw that Jeremy Johns had posted his video review, so maybe he's on here somewhere. He's always more trusted. Michael Phillips of Chicago Tribune. New Twisters manages a pretty fair mixture of digital and practical high-wind trickery. CNN didn't like it. Director Lee Isaac Chung tackles this major studio assignment without bringing anything particularly distinctive to it, relying a little too much on how good his leads look wet and sweaty. Wow. Uh, I didn't mention their looks. I mentioned their acting talents. You went there, not me. Uh, some people like Glenn Powell. What can I say? And I like Daisy Edgar Jones ever since I saw her in Where the Crawdads Sing, which is still remarkably doing well on the channel. Okay, Silver Screen Ride. Twisters isn't a disaster, but it won't blow you away either. Grace Randolph. Twisters is fine and goes through the motions, plus Glenn Powell once again has major movie star charisma, but it just can't compare to the 1996 original. Even the old school VFX were superior. No, I don't think so. No, it really benefited from the updated effects. This film also lacks heart and warmth. No, actually, I'll go against that. I felt like there was some heart in this film. Uh, does it feel a little bit shoehorned in? Well, if you saw the first movie, you know that one of the characters may have some background strife and tragedy, and it's not, looking at the trailers and stuff, it's not too hard to figure out which one of those two it's going to be. And that plays out pretty much similar to the first movie. And that's what I meant when I said it's got very similar story beats to the first film. You don't need to watch the first film to understand this film. It's not really attached, but you can see at one point in this movie where it could have connected, because there was a point in the script where I think Helen Hunt's character was going to be in this, and you can totally see where that scene would have been, and who she would have played. So, but it works fine with just without all that. Yeah. Of course, you're going to get people comparing it to the first one. I compared it. Oh, Perry's there. Okay, so Perry is she's got a review up here, and we trust Perry Nemiroff here. Lee Isaac Chung's decision to film this summer blockbuster on a 35 millimeter is downright brilliant. It heavily contributes to giving the film a grounded quality and making the action far more visceral than we're used to seeing in Hollywood remakes. Okay, so she really liked the cinematography. Look, I mean, it worked. The thing is that they, you've seen it in the trailers too, that they start to use drone technology, right? You see that they're using drones to help look at the tornadoes and stuff. And that drone technology is not as well used as, say, Bad Boys Ride or Die was. Like, you know how the shots were going in and out through the action in Bad Boys? It's not like that here. William Bibbiani, let's wrap this up. Twisters miraculously stands out against the modern blockbuster landscape, just like Twister did back in 1996. It's the rare legacy sequel done right. And yeah, I'll finish with echoing on that too. This is what you want to do for a legacy sequel. It references the first one, but you don't need to watch the first one without knowing with what's going on and stuff. And it, if anything, would make you go back and say, well, I know that this was based on Twister. Maybe I should go check that one out too. And I think they're both, if you like Twisters but never thought it was like a masterpiece, Twister, I mean, this is sort of like the same ilk kind of thing. It's like, it's a good summer popcorn movie. And I think it's worth seeing on the big screen. So with that being said, let's wrap up my score sheet and submit what I finally think about this watchability factor. Okay, I said watchability is out of a possible 2 points each. I said it's worth watching if you're curious about it. And I would say it's even worth seeing in the theater, 1.5. Now, would I own it on Blu-ray? Probably not. But 6.5 seems a little bit laxed. It does. You know what? I think I'm going to agree with Perry. Oh, shocker. I can't believe that you would side with Perry Nemiroff on this. Of course I would. Why not? Yeah, I'll give the cinematography there. And as I said, if the country music is your bag, then you probably give a lot more to the score as well. So this could easily be 7.5, but I'm going to give 7 out of 10. That feels fair, just. uh, yeah, it's not mind blowing, but 7 out of 10 for Twisters. It's going to get smoked at the box office next week when Deadpool and Wolverine comes out. So it was a fun time, and hopefully it hangs in there to bring in some decent revenue. And at least it gives us some options in the theater. If Deadpool and Wolverine's on your bag, and you've seen Despicable Me 4 and Inside Out 2, hey, Twisters, it's out there. It's worth seeing. All right. Guys, what did you think? Let me know in the comments below and we will talk about it. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. And if you like this kind of thing, come join us here on Mirror Domains because we do a lot of these types of things. We talk everything movies here. We talk series as well. House of the Dragon, and we just wrapped up The Acolyte. I've done my best and worst movies of 2024 so far. We've got full movie reactions for Trigger Warning and Godzilla -1, Under Paris. And of course, then we do movie news throughout the week where we talk about trending movie news headlines. So if you like movies, come join us here on Mirror Domains. All right. I think that worked, right? Let's turn on the old YouTube chat again. Oh, I mentioned Corn Sweat. Yeah, I forgot. I was going to talk about that. So I had to look it up on the IMDb while I was watching the movie because I totally forgot. I must have known this, that David Cornsweet, our new Superman, is in this movie, as well as Katie O'Brien. We didn't get to see a whole lot of her, which kind of sucks because I still like Love Lies Bleeding. I think she's a good actress. And she can handle a much bigger role than this. We know that. She was also in The Mandalorian. You recognize her if you saw her right there, right? There she is in Mandalorian. Who else? Kiernan Shipka shows up in this. So Kiernan Shipka showed up in Longlegs, and then she's also in this, and they're both very small roles, but effective. She's effective in both of in these small roles. She was in that movie Totally Killer that we watched over on Twitch that one year, last year. Good actress. Her little monologue in Longlegs is just next level. She's awesome. Keep your eye on Kiernan Shipka. Who else did I want to look at? Sasha Lane. What was she? Ratcatcher? Was Sasha Lane Ratcatcher? No, she was in Loki. Hunter C-20. Marvel's Wastelands Hawkeye. Crowded Room. I thought she looked awfully a lot like the girl who played Ratcatcher, but maybe I'm not picking that one out. All right, and then of course let's talk about Corn Sweat. This is I think the second project that I've seen him in. I've seen him in Pearl, and he was actually pretty good in Pearl. He had a lot of charisma. He commanded the screen. There he is with Mia right there from Pearl. He was the projectionist, and he had that Clark Kent vibe to him. Now, in this movie, there he is as the Superman character. And there's Pearl again. There's his head in Pearl. This is the first movie where I looked at him and I was like, almost like saying, uh-oh, are we in trouble here? He seems awfully wooden. And that could just be the lines that he was saying. But he doesn't pop. as much as, say, Henry Cavill. And that's where I'm like getting a little hesitation for the Superman. I know we haven't seen it just yet, and a lot of the new set photos also give me pause, where he's like getting ready to jump up in the air and stuff. Maybe it's the costume. Guys, I'm not like, I don't know. The wind has come kind of out of my sails for David Cornsweet after seeing Twisters. But he was only like, he wasn't the lead role in it or anything. So maybe I don't know. But I got that doubt, and I don't like it. I don't like the way that it made me feel. All right, Arglass says I can't go bad watching Twisters in a double feature with Deadpool. If not great, I can always pull it back. Well, it's a good popcorn flick. That's what I said. Uh, yeah, yeah. Actually, I want to pull up some of those Superman. Let's continue talking about that. Superman is close to being done filming, says James Gunn, with David Cornsweet and Rachel Brosnahan. No, Rachel Brosnahan, I am looking very much forward to seeing as Lois Lane. But as I said, I got that doubt now in the back of my head. I don't know. James Gunn, though, I think he's a better director than Lee Isaac Chung. He's got a little bit more proven territory under his feet, so he might be able to pull a little bit more of a better performance out of Cornsweet. But yeah, he says that they're pretty much done. So after wrapping 6-week Cleveland shoot, that's good. Let's see if I can find that Superman. Of the ones of him jumping up in the air. Because there was one where it was like he was getting ready to jump, and I think it's maybe the underwear on the outside, because it was like when he was the shots that I saw, it was looking all crumpled and wrinkled up. Uh, it didn't look as slick as it should have been. It was like, is this sort of it? Yeah, see how it's like wrinkly here? The shots I saw were for a little bit from more the side. I don't know if the underwear thing is going to work. It's too late now if they're already done, almost done shooting, right? What I don't like about it is that he got bulkier, he got beefy, and it seems like the suit is almost hiding it, which kind of sucks when you put in the effort in the gym and it gets kind of covered up by this by the suit that he's wearing. We'll have to see. I'll wait till I see it in motion. It's just I don't like that feeling of doubt. Anyway, Superman might actually be David Cornsweet's breakout role. Brandon Routh was wooden in my eyes, but yeah, David has big boots to fill with Henry Cavill's legacy. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, as I said, we'll wait to see see it in motion, right? What I wanted it to be was like when you see Cornsweet as Superman, I wanted to have that reaction of, oh, that's Superman. Wow. And in this, I kind of get like, I don't want to be sitting here saying, oh, well, let's just wait to see it in motion and see if it looks better. Like, that's not the reaction I wanted to have, right? That's what I'm trying to articulate. Okay. So, Twisters does open up this weekend. Um, People are trying to predict where it's going to be. This is last weekend's numbers. Despicable Me 4, it was second weekend at number 1, dropped 41%. And it'll drop probably to about 30, 25 million maybe. So will Twisters make more than that? Yes, it will. There's no doubt about that. and it'll basically push everything down one spot, right? So yeah, Twisters, Despicable Me 4. No, actually, I think Inside Out 2 will be number 3, then Long Legs, and then Quiet Place Day 1. Yeah. Unless Fly Me to the Moon hangs in there. It would be nice if Fly Me to the Moon did hang in there at the number 5 spot and switched with Quiet Place Day 1. Because Fly Me to the Moon wasn't a terrible movie. But we'll see. Twisters will, and all these movies will get blown away from Deadpool and Wolverine next week. Which I guess I should probably take a look at maybe buying some advanced tickets to, because I think that would only be prudent, James. Let's take a look. Unless there's there's got to be a fan screening next week, maybe an early screening. No, all right. Let's go to. Wait a minute. Okay, so Deadpool and Wolverine 6:30. Let's see the 340 seats. Oh yeah, so it's filling up a little bit. I don't have to be worried too much because I'll be seeing it by myself. So yeah, I will be seeing this movie, uh, Deadpool and Wolverine, next Thursday, guys. No doubt about that. Unless I can get into a fan screening earlier, which sometimes some of the theaters out there do, like I did last night for Twisters. I'm gonna see Sunday. Maybe Sunday we'll have one. No. All right. Does this place have it on Wednesday? Oh, okay. I'll be seeing it next Thursday anyway. Yeah, look at all the shows that they got posted up for next Thursday. You're saying that I can't get into one of these shows, and this is just at one of the theaters. Um, advance tickets. Well, only if you live in a big metropolitan. Talking about Twisters, let's talk about Glenn Powell and The Running Man. Remake of the Stephen King's The Running Man gets major update from Glenn Powell. Apparently, he begged uh, the director Wright, Edgar Wright, to be in this film. Yes, Edgar Wright's going to be taking over The Running Man, right? The Running Man is happening to begin shooting this fall. Powell says he intends to finish his college degree at University of Texas at the same time. Isn't Glenn Powell a little bit? Well, no, he's not. You're never too old to go back to school, is the way I look at it. After I finished my schooling in my 30s. Yeah, he's 35. He's not too old to be finishing. Grab something. Feel good about yourself, right? So I'm not going to be sitting in class with other students on the regular. I'm basically going to be coming back because I have to finish up, but I'm going to be shooting The Running Man in the fall. So I'm glad to be in London, and I'm going to be back for proctored exams. Edgar has been very nice about letting me finish my degree in the middle of this massive movie. All right. So Edgar Wright's going to be filming with Glenn Powell on The Running Man this fall. So it could be out next year, which would be awesome. Uh, yeah, I don't think it'll take more than a year in post production. Although they could, because of marketing, push it to 2027. So, no, 2026, right? I'll be looking forward to it. That's right. I was going to fix this. Why is the Chrome crop not behaving properly? All right. Yeah, that's better. Next. Nicolas Cage's other 2024 horror film is finding a second life on streaming. Yes, The Arcadian. Now, this movie did have a limited release in theaters, and I was going to go see it, but I don't think it played all that long. Is it on Prime now? The Arcadian? Maybe I need to sign back up for Prime. I heard that it was pretty boring, though. It was more of a drama. A father and his twin teenage sons fight to survive in a remote farmhouse at the end of the world. Nicolas Cage, Maxwell Perkins, Sadie. Overall, uh, yeah, and he's kind of like trying to be harsh on his sons to grow some thick skin so that they can survive in this post-apocalyptic world kind of thing. And you're like, are there monsters there or are they not? And it appears that there is going to be a monster in the film. So I was intrigued by it. And I've really been liking the acting choices that Nicolas Cage has done recently. Like, I know that a lot of people got on him for Renfield, but I liked him as Dracula. Obviously, I really liked him in Long Legs. And I think, yeah, he's still got it, guys. So wherever it is streaming now, and if it's on Prime, I know that I canceled my Disney Plus now, so maybe I'll sign back up for Prime because I'd like to see it. Chris Schobert in Live Chat says, "Hey." I kind of heard that the creature design was a little meh, but maybe if the acting pulls it through, maybe it will happen. Arcadian. Next. Blumhouse shares Megan 2.0 update with haunting video of killer doll's resurrection. All right, time to put Megan back together. We are back in production in New Zealand. Jason Blum. So these are some new animatronics, huh? Looks like the neck is going to be a lot more versatile. Haunting. January 6th, 2023 is when that came out. No, I thought it was like 2026, 2025 that this movie was supposed to come out. Yeah, June 27th. Oh, no, I thought it was going to be in like February or January. Huh. Megan 2.0 will be released June 27th, 2025. In the summer. Really? But the first movie wasn't a summer movie. I don't know. And I don't know if we need the same cast back either. Because she's a robot. She can attack anybody, right? Kind of like Chucky. All right. Interesting. Next. Michael Mann, Heat 2 update reveals status of the thriller sequel, teasing filming window. Yeah. Now, guys, I really like the first Heat movie. I think that it's a masterpiece. It's definitely Michael Mann's best film. I know that a lot of people like Collateral, but I still think Heat is his best. So it goes back. I can't talk about that. Oh, says Adam Driver. But I thought that he said that he was going to tease some kind of window here. Heat 2 would be his next project, he's said in the past. Shooting early 2025 is their hopes. Heat is currently on Paramount Plus. All I know is that he's written the script for it. And there were talks that Adam Driver would be playing the younger De Niro role, and they were trying to get Austin Butler for the younger Val Kilmer role. Because Heat 2 takes place before the first Heat movie and then after, right? At least that's the way that the book was described. And if you know anything about the movie, then you kind of know, like, well, Val Kilmer's pretty much the only one that survives, and I don't know how they would do that. Get Ashley Judd back. That's what I would say. Because you forget, first Heat movie had a lot of famous people in it. And it was fun to see Hank Azaria, the guy who did Moe the bartender on The Simpsons, face off against Al Pacino, because Moe the bartender is his version of Al Pacino. Is his it's his impersonation. Chris Schober says, "Have you seen the Beetlejuice 2 trailer, James?" Well, we just watched it, man. Next, The Old Guard 2 finally gets promising update from Charlize Theron. Speaking with Variety, Old Guard 2, she says Netflix went through quite a changeover. We got kind of stuck in that, and our post-production shut down, I think 5 weeks into it, post-production. So yeah, I thought they had shot it. Like I thought they shot it and put it in the can, and then we never heard about it for a while, because we heard that it was going forward and everything. It's been so long now. I remember I didn't hate the first Old Guard, because I'm a big Charlize fan. I don't know if Charlize is my third or fourth favorite actress. It flips between her and Kate Blanchett. But Charlize is awesome. I'll watch her pretty much in anything. They're immortals, right? I like that concept. And they hack and chop at people. Old Guard 2. Is that really a good update, though? They're going through a lot of changes. Totally understand that. We finally picked it back up, and I'm really excited about it. It's really good. It's a really important film to us. I only wanted to do it if we could make it amazing. I really love this movie. Okay. She's really excited about it. So, well, is that really an update? If they're picking it back up now and they're needing more time in post-production, then probably it'll be on 2025 slate. So next year, in the beginning of the year where they put like those teaser reels for their upcoming projects and stuff, we'll probably get images of Old Guard 2 in there. I just don't know if, like, did a lot of people really like the first Old Guard? I don't know if the appetites out there are quite strong enough for it, but we'll have to see. Next, did the FX boss drop the title for Noah Hawley's Alien TV series? Yes, there's an Alien TV series as well as Alien Romulus coming up. I don't know if they're connected or not, but FX is going to have an Alien TV series. Noah is deep in work on season 1 of Alien Earth right now. Alien Earth is the possible title of this TV series. We're in post-production, and we are talking to him, watching cuts every week. So Hawley will write at least 2 seasons before returning to Fargo. We're pretty bullish on Alien Earth. We've told him that assuming, as we hope, Alien Earth is returning television series, we want him to focus in on at least writing 2 seasons before returning to a possible 6th season on Fargo. Sydney Chandler is going to be starring in this, and she's apparently finished her work on this. I saw that headline for that yesterday. Cindy Chandler. Let's go to her Instagram. That should be pretty safe to see. I don't recognize her. I don't. Show me a picture of your face. I can't. Why can't he? I don't like it when. Oh, she plays guitar. Nice. Corporations, including famous Wayland Yutani. Wayland Yutani will also is said to play a major role in the series. In the movies, we have this Wayland Yutani Corporation, which is clearly developing an artificial intelligence. But what if there are other companies looking for immortality in a different way, with cyborg enhancements and transhuman downloads? Okay, that's interesting. Holly said, which of those technologies is going to win? It's ultimately a classic science fiction question. Does humanity deserve to survive? As Sigourney Weaver said in the second movie, I don't know which species is worse. At least you don't see them F each other over for a percentage. So it sounds like it's going to be a little bit more on the business, political side of the ethics behind um, getting a hold of this bioweapon. Because you know that the Weyland-Yutani wanted it for a bioweapon, right? Weapons division. Alien Earth. Keep our eye out for that. Next. Apartment 7A shows Julia Garner and Diane Wiest in Rosemary Baby's prequel. What? Bunch of images from Rosemary's Baby prequel Apartment 7A show the characters played by Julia Garner and Diane Wiest. Okay, there's Diane Wiest right there and Julia Garner. Apartment 7A. Okay. For some reason, a lot of people seem to really like First Omen. And that was a prequel to The Omen. That pretty much goes straight into the first Omen movie. And it's kind of like, I didn't think it was a very good film at all. But some people, I guess, who never saw the originals or maybe not had a lot of exposure to horror movies liked it. So maybe they'll like this as well. I remember I said I only gave myself permission to like one Roman Polanski film. And Polanski also did Rosemary's Baby. So I'm sorry, I only watch Ninth Gate because of Johnny Depp and just the way that I just like this. I like that movie. I like a lot about it, that movie. So, Ninth Gate I prefer to watch over Rosemary's Baby, and then I don't really want to touch Roman Polanski's material. If you know what he did, you know what he did. But James, that happened so long ago. Well, guys, it's still a creepy thing to do. So anyway, this prequel, Apartment 7A, is directed by Natalie Erica James, who did A Quiet Place, collaborators who worked with John Krasinski or something. What do you say? It's set to receive a Paramount Plus release in the U.S. September 27th. Apartment 7A. So, yeah, so it's going to be about the cult or whatever that's going to be trying to make the demon baby. Who else is in this? Jim Sturgis. Nobody else really jumps off at the page at me here. New York City, 1965. What happened in the apartment before Rosemary moved in? A struggling dancer finds herself drawn into dark forces by a peculiar couple promising her fame. Directed by Natalie Erica James. So, there's Natalie Erica James, who's done Relic. Not that really old 90s Relic movie. Something else, something newer from 2020. Really doesn't have a whole lot of other stuff underneath her belt. Well, start small, as they say. Emily Mortimer. Okay. I'll have to see how this pans out. Julia Garner, though, is a big name. She was on, what the heck was that? Ozark, right? There she is. She was also rumored to be, to have won the Madonna role in that biopic movie that kind of went, which Madonna recently said on her social media, they've begun working on the script again, so I don't know if that's going to ever come into fruition. But I do trust Julia Gardner as an actress. She's going to be our new Silver Surfer, which got some blowback, which is not surprising. Hey, it happens. Conclave director Ray Fiennes just dropped Doom Prophecy 2. I don't know. We'll take a look at the end towards the end of the show. Scarlett Johansson says she doesn't hold a grudge against Disney after Black Widow lawsuit. Yeah, there was that Black Widow was supposed to be released in theaters, but due to the pandemic, they said, well, there's nobody going to the theaters because nobody's going to be allowed to be inside. So let's just release it on Disney Plus. There was a back end deal that ScarJo was supposed to get like a back end deal of the box office profits. But since it didn't go into the theaters, she was like, well, where's the profits that you had promised me? You said it was supposed to be in theaters for a specific amount of time. They didn't do that. And they didn't offer to pay her back. And Chapek, the CEO at the time, said, who are you to tell us what to do, kind of thing, and just tried to drag her name through the mud. And so she filed a lawsuit and won. And apparently there's no hard feelings there. No, I think they settled, right? They settled that. So that this article just rehashes everything I just said there. Johansson says, I don't hold a grudge. I think it was poor judgment and poor leadership at that time. It was just felt very unprofessional to me, the entire ordeal, and honestly, I'm incredibly disappointed, especially because I was holding out hope until finally my team was like, you have to act. Yeah, guys, and as you know, ScarJo is my, well, second favorite. She used to be my favorite. Now, Jennifer Lawrence is still, yeah, Jennifer Lawrence is my favorite. Then, I don't know, I just saw her in Fly Me to the Moon. She's so good in Fly Me to the Moon, guys. Like the camera you're just, wow. She's so good, too. She can transform. It's awesome. Anyway, looks like she doesn't hold a grudge. So if you're ever gonna see her back in the MCU, maybe like in Secret Wars or anything like that, looks like she would be open to having some kind of contact negotiations. Speaking of which, Russo Bros are in talk to direct the next two Avengers films because the guy who was going to direct Kang Dynasty walked away, right? Because they got some new writers for that. If they're still going to go in Kang Dynasty route, I don't know. And then, of course, Secret Wars comes after that. On top of the Russo brothers not having that much success outside of the MCU, their films have all kind of like went. You guys know how I feel about the Gray Man. They just haven't. I don't know if if they don't have it to make other movies, and maybe, and so what if you don't? Like it seems like they handled the MCU big blockbusters just fine. They can run the machine just fine. So I would say bring them back. Who cares if you're familiar with their style? You're there to see the context of what the movie is going to be playing out, right? Like Endgame and Infinity War. Now, as of yet, we still don't know exactly where the next two Avengers movies are going. We know that it's going to be like Secret Wars, but it's kind of like who's going to be part of those Avengers, and I don't know. I won't be opposed to this. I know there were hopes out there that like Jordan Peele or somebody would come into the MCU or somebody else, but I think for right now, play it safe. You know the Russo Bros can deliver, and I would not be opposed to that. Chris Over says, "What do you think about Star Wars Acolyte Season 1, Episode 8?" Yeah, we talked about that in length during our full-length reaction. Episode 8 finale. The more and more I get away from it and think back about some of the laziest, most incompetent writing I've seen in a professional project ever was The Acolyte. And after watching I started watching Angry Joe's breakdown on it, but he did like a 3-hour thing on it. It was like, wow. The haters out there use The Acolyte to farm material out there for YouTube and stuff. I think I was pretty fair with my analysis. There's a lot of it that I didn't like. Like I was not on board with the sisters, the twins, storyline. So like when that came around full circle, I was like, I didn't have any stake in it. Like I agree with what Christian Harloff said. They're both killers. They're both murderers. Why are they? Why would you ever sympathize with what they want? Right? And then people try to counter with, well, there are shows about bad guys, and it's like, well, but it's like not neither of the twins are a Daniel Plainview, right? So it's like from There Will Be Light, like they just don't have that charisma because they're not as well written. Uh, a lot of it was scratching my head at the end, like what is that? I like the term that Harloff coined there, the shit rat, the sniffy guy. It's like he changed loyalties without like first he didn't like May or Osha, and then he tried to sabotage the ship because they were for some reason they thought that Saul was the bad guy, and he yeah yeah it was not that good. All right, where are we at? 57 minutes, James. Channing Tatum on Going to Dark Places to play Psychopath in Blink Twice. Yes, August 23rd, Blink Twice. And Channing Tatum was the best part of that movie, Fly Me to the Moon. Even over Scarlett Johansson, James? Yes, even over Scarlett Johansson. Uh, because he was a big part of that movie, and he didn't work, then the rest of it wouldn't have worked, no matter how well ScarJo was carrying it, which he did. But Blink Twice, a movie that was formerly known as Pussy Island, is directed by Zoe Kravitz, her first time out. And he plays like this reclusive billionaire that owns this island and invites a whole bunch of people there to party. And you don't know if he's bringing them there to experiment on them, kidnap them, harvest their body parts, or some kind of weird Doctor of Island Monroe stuff. Adria Arjona is also in this. There she is right there. Um, you know how much I liked her because of Andor. She was Bix in Andor. But the trailers made it look like, yeah, he's playing something weird here. He's playing a weird character that's got some darkness in his past. And I can't wait to see what he does with it. Because as I said about Fly Me to the Moon, he showed a lot more dramatic chops. And in this, I want to see more of kind of like a twisted, weird, kind of like, ugh, kind of like him from him, right? We're doing what with the human bodies now? That kind of thing. So there's an article up there on Hollywood Reporter where he goes into all of this. And August 23rd is when this comes out. So looking forward to that. It's really more about the power dynamics, Zoe Kravitz said. And yeah, Zoe Kravitz, first time directing. Checking that out. Hourglass Vikings, just 1 point. Osha killed to avenge her mother. She was already corrupted by Quimmer. I can appreciate that they were trying to do with the series. I'm up for a season 2. I don't know what the streaming numbers are for Acolyte. Let's see what. And I think we won't know. I think Disney will do everything they can to try to uh, hide the numbers because they paid Rotten Tomatoes to hide the critics ratings. Um, well, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there investigating, trying to figure it out. I know that a lot of people hate watch this, which is not good. They should have done what John Campea did by, he said, I think by the 5th one he had tapped out, and that's what you need to do when like what I did, because I didn't like it. I would have tapped out earlier, but I was doing watch-alongs, and if I wasn't doing watch-alongs, I would have stopped, guys. It wasn't very good storytelling, and I think what happened with Velma, that animated series, a lot of people hate watched that, and the numbers went up. People were talking about it, so they're like, people are talking about it, people are watching it, so we'll make more. Oh, they don't like it, but the numbers don't prove that, so they'll make more. Is that going to be the same case with the Acolyte? It's possible, because a lot of people are talking about it. A lot of people watched it. Those are two of the ingredients you need. Now, I don't think it'll be greenlit for the same amount of budget, 180 million. I think it'll be greenlit for maybe half that. Yeah. And who knows? I don't know. I hope not. I hope not. All right. I think that's all I got. Yeah, that's all I have. Okay. So let's go over to the Twitterverse and start rounding this out. I did film a straight out of the theater reaction for Twisters. I'm gonna publish that and put that up later on today. Yeah, James, I heard Leslie Headland wants to season 2, but I doubt it's gonna. Yeah, the if they do go ahead with it, and as much as people wouldn't like to hear it, they got to get rid of Leslie Headland, because as a showrunner, she showed that she doesn't have the clout to bring together the writers in a cohesive way to tell good stories. Rings of Power, Charlie Vickers and Morvith Clark. Okay, so there's our Hallbrand and Morvith. She's a brunette right there. I want to see that horror movie that she's in with Smith, Matt Smith, right? I like Morvith Clark. Who's this? Andrew Scott. Yeah, I get mixed up between this guy and the guy in Gladiator 2 all the time. I don't know why. Anyway, Daisy Edgar Jones for Twisters. She's also really good. There's one scene in here where they allow, like, there's that big blockbuster type of acting where it's kind of like, oh, look shocked, look scared, not where your character doesn't really have a whole lot of, you know, like, it's like the definition of cardboard, where it's just like, okay, you only need to work within this range of emotions. There's a scene in Twisters where she is allowed to push herself a little bit, and we know that she can because of movies like Where the Crawdads Sing, and she does. There's one scene in there where she gets to push herself, and she's playing off Glenn Powell in that scene, which really helps too, because they both do a great job with the material that they're given. So shout out to Daisy Edgar Jones. Conclave with Ray Fiennes. Is that the one that Schober was talking about? New trailer for Dune Prophecy has been released November on Max. Yeah, this is about the Bene Gesserit, right? Formation like 1,000 years before the Atreides take over Arrakis. That's interesting. I'm going to watch it. I don't know if we're going to do watch-alongs, though. I don't know. Because I'd have to sign back up for Crave. Although Crave Max does have better series. It's better scripted. It's better written, right? Like, look at the lighting here. Why couldn't the Jedi Temple look like this? Like, instead you got lighting that they've lit up the entire room, so it's kind of like, why would lights be up here if you're designing your building? It looked like the sets for the Jedi Temple were lit for TV, right? It wasn't lit like there's a camera in a real room shooting something that doesn't have lights shooting up in every corner so you can see everything, right? Because that's not how you would design something in real life. But anyway, not to go down another tangent about the shortcomings of the Acolyte. First, look at Amy Adams in Night Bitch. Earlier is Amy Adams, a woman who is convinced she is turning into a dog. Shades of, I don't know what. uh, she's, uh, this better not go the furry route, guys. Otherwise, it'll get panned. I really like Amy Adams as an actress. She's awesome. So she's going to be dealing with some kind of, I don't know, delusion or. It's weird, man. Micah Monroe. Yeah, Micah Monroe likes to take spicy pictures. She does. You've seen some of the press she's been doing for Long Legs. It's like, this is the same actress that was in Long Legs? Yes, it is. She was really good in Long Legs, too. Polyester. First look at Patrick Gibson. I never watched Dexter, so I don't know that. Never watched Red, White, and Blue. Daisy Edgar Jones, Twister's Press. Boys, new trailer for Beetlejuice. Yeah, we did that. New poster for Beetlejuice. Let's pull that out. Take a look at that. That's a lot more reminiscent of the first movie, right? Apparently Winona Ryder, yeah, she really wanted to do this movie. Like, she was worried a little bit that her schedule with Stranger Things season 5 would not let her do this, but yeah, it is a nice poster. I like the greens with the pinkish kind of hue in the background. The sandworm there. Looks good. Charlie's on Old Guard 2. We kind of got stuck in post-production. We're finally back up. Yeah, we talked about that. Cholo Meriduena, Cobra Kai. Oh, yeah, that's underway now, right? Season 6 of Cobra Kai. Patient list. Happy birthday to Taylor Russell. Well, happy birthday to Taylor Russell. I know I was hard on you on Bones and all. But actually, I wasn't hard on her acting. I was more on the execution by Luca Guadagnino. Daisy Edgar Jones. More Daisy Edgar Jones. Selena Gomez on her Emmy nomination. Oh, she got nominated for Emmys. Well, I guess we can take a look at those. If no, I don't know. I know that Fallout got nominated. Walton Goggins got nominated for his performance in Fallout, which was cool. I like that. Lessons in Chemistry, new teaser for Doom Prophecy. Yeah, we saw that. Sofia Vergara was nominated for Griselda. Really cool. The Russo brothers are in talks for Avengers. Yeah, we talked that. Manny. Twisters is now 77. No, I don't think so. I thought we saw that it was 78 on ours. No, it's 77. I thought it was 78 when we did ours. Huh. Hiroki Sanada and his Emmy nomination for Shogun. Oh, that's on Disney Plus, right? I gotta sit down and watch this. Jonathan Bailey. First time Emmy nominee is Lily Gladstone. Charlie XCX is currently set to begin writing her first feature film. That's what I need to do, is sit down and write. I need time, which I'm going to be starting to take a lot more time, guys. As much as I like to do this show, I think we're going to dial it back to maybe only 2 times a week. Because you know that short I did about the Lady Deadpool thing, that went up to like 2K in a day or something, and I would have to do 100 of these shows to get those views. Um, what am I doing? Um, and I want to work on a project this fall. I want to record some music, and that's going to take a lot of my days. I don't know. I think I want to record like 20 songs or something. Um, and I want to break it apart into small parts. Like here's the hook, and I want to push that out on TikTok and stuff like that. Uh, so I'm gonna have to spend a lot of time. Like I want to get up, and I want to play guitar. I want to just work on getting it into the computer and having it sound the way I want it to sound. It's not going to be the best engineered song when it comes to audio stuff. Like I'm not going to have like 7 guitars in different layers spread out like in each left and right kind of style, but it'll be interesting. I just want to get that done and get back into songwriting and try to get that out in the fall. I'm waiting for the summer heat to sort of break so that I can sit in here and just record most of the day. So if I cut back for that, uh, I think that's what's probably going to happen. All right, where am I at? I was looking at the subscriptions, right? Conclave Doom Prophecy. Oh no, I wasn't looking. I was looking at the analytics, James. My bad. Sorry. Analytics. Or I need to do just full live watch alongs. I don't know. Content. Shorts. Yeah, 2,700 something. So even the small ones are like 458. Those are the numbers that I need to get to keep on having people come back and look at the channel. As much as these live shows, I love doing them. As much as I love to do them, uh, that's getting about 30 views is fine, I guess. But it's not gaining momentum, and it's hard. Shogun is real life House of the Dragon. Is it? How old is Amy Adams? Chris Schober says. Did I not see how old Amy Adams is? Here's our first look at Night Page. 49. Arrival is a masterpiece. That's her best work. Julia Roberts on After the Hunt. Brie Larson was nominated for Lessons in Chemistry. Lily Gladstone, Under the Bridge. I never watched The Bear. All right, so that's all about the Emmy nominations. That was a pretty sad day for shining character Shelley Duvall. Yeah, we saw that she passed like last weekend, right? I said rest in peace. Oh, Elizabeth Debicki, huh? Did she get nominated? Cool. She was okay in Maxine. Baby Reindeer has received all Emmy nominations. It's a lot of Emmys. Will Poulter as outstanding guest actor in a comedy series for The Bear. Ryan Gosling for his SNL. Oh my god, that's hilarious. All right, that's pretty much all I'm seeing here, guys. And everything else breaks. Go out and see Twisters this weekend if you can. Tomorrow, we'll see how the chips fall. I do know that I still am going to try to watch the the latest Axel Foley movie. James, go with your gut. The shorts are killing it with the audience and view watch along series. Yeah, if I just cut it down to shorts and watch alongs, like I still will. I'll still do it. I'll still do these shows. But some like yesterday, I was at work, so it was like I was looking at the news when I came home, and it was like not really that much broke. And a lot of the news is so niche that people just don't care. Um, it's not worth having like a big, huge thing over
Rental.
because you never know what's going to resound or resonate with people, right? Like a story like this, Hush. Like, what do I need to talk about this? One of Mike Flanagan's early movies finally set for a digital release, Hush, which I need to go back and I need to revisit that movie because this was before Mike Flanagan really blew up, and I think I was quite harsh on that movie, Hush. It starred his wife, um, Katie Siegel, Kate Siegel, Kate Siegel, right? She was going to be at the Toronto Fan. Actually, her and Mike Flanagan are going to be at a Toronto Expo next month, which I think I am. I'm going to buy tickets for. I'm going to go see the Fan Expo. See if I can pull up Cambridge. Meet your horror icons. No, it was always on Instagram where I found these ads for the Toronto Expo. And of course, now I can't find them. Anyway, come on. All right, go to your history, James. Yeah, so the Toronto Fan Expo. Simu Liu is going to be there. Marissa Tomei. I'd go see Marissa Tomei. Gina Carano. I'd see her. And I'd see Morena Baccarin because of Gotham. She's going to be in the new Deadpool and Wolverine. This is a cameo, probably. But I'd go. I know that a lot of people have beefs against Gina Carano, but I don't. I'd see her panel. Although they pay for signatures at these things, right? So you got to pay like $50 or something to get them to sign something. But I'd be like, oh, I really liked you on Gotham. Awesome. Alan Tudyk is going to be there. So and I was thinking about going to the Saturday. So if I go there Saturday, I'll see Gina, Marina, Alan, and there, Kate Siegel and Mike Flanagan. Haunting of Hill House, Friday and Saturday. So maybe, yeah. And I really like Kate in Fall of House of Usher. She was awesome in that. You guys remember that? She was, yeah, she was like platinum, right? She was one of the sisters. Really good actress, and she had a really good final monologue in that. But should I go? Should I pull the trigger on this, guys? Go see this. Wait, Gina Carano's going to be in it? No, Marina Barcaren's going to be in Deadpool and Wolverine. She's the girlfriend character or the wife character or whatever, right? And besides, Gina was in Deadpool. She died, didn't she? Who else is there? Is anybody else here worth seeing? Maybe Holly Marie Combs. Oh, Sophia Boutella is also going to be there. Although I'd feel kind of bad because I was rather harsh on the Rebel Moon movies. Should I? I'd feel like, oh, I really liked you in the Rebel Moon movies. No, could I do that? Could I be that? Uh, no, I won't. I don't want. I wouldn't want to lie to her. I'd say I really liked you in the Mummy. There we go. And Kingsman. She was good in Kingsman, right? Trailer Park Boys are going to be there. Is that it for famous people? Pretty much it. Ashley Eckstein. Tara Strong's going to be there. I'd see Tara Strong as well, even though I had to stop following her Twitter page because she kept on posting pictures of dead animals. Because she's a ardent vegan, so she's one of those vegan people that likes to shame meat eaters. Sadly, which sucks. Because I like her work, and I like her sense of humor, and I like she likes to interact with the fans and stuff. But I had to stop her following her social media because it was like, here's a picture of a cow being slaughtered, and it's like, for God's sake, I get it. You don't like meat. Anyway, I think that's about it. Yeah, so I think maybe I will pull the trigger on this. What are the what are the costs? I don't need where buy tickets. Here we go. Take a look. I don't need a multi-pass. I need just a single day pass. So Saturday would be $59. I think I could swing that. Sunday. So most of them would be there on Saturday. Single day youth pass, child pass. No. Sold out family prices. So if I were to buy it for the Saturday pass, I'd have to buy it pretty soon. Is Gina Carano we're seeing, guys? What do you think? Hmm. 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 I have to mull over this. I think I will buy it. And I think I'll feel happy about it if I do. Okay. That's it for me today, guys. Yeah, the sequel is pretty slow, James. Not my favorite cup of tea. Where the Rebel Moon, says Chris. Yeah. Do you think Zack Snyder is going to be directing his new Justice League MCU version? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Hourglass. Oh, 20-pound live chat badge. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, if we watch Axel Foley, Beverly Hills Cop 4 tomorrow, maybe that's what we'll do. Just so I can get caught up. And then I think we'll be caught up for July movies. Because I don't think that there's anything playing at the art house. Whoops. Pull up the Princess Twin here. Touch, Thelma, Maxine, Longlegs. I know that Firebrand comes out at the end of the month, and that's that one with Alicia Vikander and Jude Law. I'm going to go see that film at the art house. Well, one of the wives of Henry VIII. Yeah, there's nothing playing at the art house that I would be interested in seeing. I could go see Touch. The heck is Touch? Touch, a romantic and thrilling story that spans several decades and continents. Touch follows one man's emotional journey to find his love who disappeared 50 years ago before his time runs out. It's Icelandic, Japanese, with English subtitles. Fascinating. Yeah, maybe I will go check that out. Sorry, I was distracted by Amy Adams. This is Chris Show. What time are you doing a watch along? Well, if I do it, I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow. So my first day back at the gym since I've come back from my vacation. I've been so tired in the mornings. I've had to have coffee every morning to try to shake off the jet lag. So I just haven't felt like pumping iron, which I really need to because it feels like I'm losing a little bit of mass. So I'll go do that tomorrow morning, and then it'll be like around 11, 10, 12 o'clock-ish maybe. We'll do the watch along. We'll see. All right, that's it for me today. I'm meandering. Hit that thumbs up button. Thank you for the Glass Vikings for the live chat badge. And I'll see you next time right here on Mirror Domains.